Assalamu alaikum my friends, welcome to my channel. I hope my videos are benefiting for those who are learning Arabic from scratch. My only advice for those people who wants to learn Arabic from scratch from this step-by-step book, this is the easiest way to learn Arabic, and my advice for you would be to learn Arabic slowly and patiently. Do not be hasty, do not hurry. Arabic comes slowly with time, and it is not any other language of the world. This is the language of Quran. This is the language of Jannah. This is the language of our prophets. Remember, you need to give your time patiently for this language. Even though these videos may be lengthy, but please go through each and every details with the writing skills, with the pronunciation. Each and every detail is very important before you jump to the Quranic grammar levels. Inshallah, let's start with this unit number 12, and today we will be doing Ain and Ghain. As these two letters seem similar, they are twins. As you can see, they are both similar, only the dot above Ain makes it a different letter or a different sound for Ain without a dot and Ghain with a dot. And with this unit, I will include two topics: Arabic words in Arabic grammar. The whole of Arabic grammar, we have only three types of Arabic words. So I will touch this point in with this unit as we are heading towards the end of this book step by step. So I will be including most important topics that will help you forward in your other levels of Arabic grammar. So before you start the Quranic Arabic level, know that you have to be thorough with all the writing rules and all the rules on Tanween, Alama Tarif, or Hamzatul Wasl or Hamzatul Qata. I will be including all these topics with the last unit. So in this unit, I will touch Arabic words, and the second topic I will include is the Tanween. So you should be knowing all these topics before you start Quranic Arabic level, inshallah. So let's start with this lesson. First of all, we will do Ain. In Arabic, it's the name of the letter is Ain, and the Ain makhraj is from, and it is not a heavy letter, not a soft letter, it is in between. So you can say it is a moderate letter. You need not press it more to make it a heavy letter, and you need not pronounce it very light to make it a light letter. And from where is the makhraj or the articulation of the Ain letter? It is from the middle of your throat. From the middle of your throat, but it will be the sound will be moderate. So you will press your trachea, place your four fingers on the trachea where there is usually the Adam's apple. Place your four fingers on that and try to press a little and pronounce Ain. Ain. It's the makhraj of Ain from that part of your throat. It is from the middle of your throat, and this is known as the halqi letters. Halqi letters means the throat letters. This is from the throat letters. Throat letters, these are all from the rules of tajweed. We have 6 throat letters, but know that this is from the throat letters Ain, and this is spoken from the middle part of the throat. In Arabic, it's written as halqi letters. Halq means throat. Halq means throat. Halq. So from there we get halqi, halqi letters. So you can, in Arabic you can write halqi. Now, after the pronunciation and the articulation, as you can see in the separate boxes, ayn with the three harakas and ayn with the three long vowels. So, how are you going to pronounce ayn with fatha only? Ah, I, and O. And with the long vowels, how are you going to pronounce it? Ah. You need to prolong the sound by two counts. And I with two counts. And O with the two counts. So now in this box you can see the Ain with Shadda Fatha, Ain Shadda Kasra and Ain Shadda Dhamma. Sha'a. Now when there is a Shadda on the Ain letter, as I have told you, this is a moderate letter, moderate sound, neither light, neither heavy. So, how are you going to pronounce when there are two eyns? Shadda meaning there are two eyns. First, sheen with an ayn with sukoon, and then another ayn with fatha. So, how are you going to pause on the first ayn, then follow with the ayn with fatha? So be very specific with the sound. Whenever you recite Quran, don't be hasty, don't be fast in reciting, and you should be very clear with each and every haraka when you pronounce a particular word. For example, here with the pause, you need to show there is a pause and there are two ayns in this word. So how are you going to pronounce sha? First of all, your sound will be sha. Now, with this sound, the one listening knows, okay, one ayn is with pause and sukoon. And the other ayn, how are you going to continue? Sha, 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 So with this sound, the one listening knows clearly by hearing your recital that there are two ayns. First ayn with sukoon, the other ayn with fatha. This is all about tajweed, and this is very important. If you miss the harakas, if you pronounce the harakas wrong, the meaning of the Arabic word changes, and you don't want to do this when you recite Quran. So be very specific with the recitation. So now we will do the sha ayn with kasra. So the first is sha ayn with sukoon, the other ayn with kasra. Sha, sha'i, sha'i, sha'i. So that's how you show the first ayn with sukoon, the second ayn with kasra. The third one, sha with ayn sukoon, then the other ayn with dhamma. Now, sha'u, sha'u, sha'u. That's how your sound should be very clear with the pause and then with the dhamma. So now let's do the random words reading practice. Ain fatha, mim kasra, lam fatha, amila. You need to press your throat. Amila. Noon fatha, ain fatha with long vowel. Now proceed with the prolonging of by the long vowel by two counts. Na'amu, na'amu, na'amu. Now here you have two ayns. So one with sukoon, the other with fatha. Fa'alu, fa'alu. That's how you pronounce with shaddas. Shu'ubu, shu'ubu, two counts. Now this is a heavy letter. Ri, ri. This is also a heavy letter and this is in moderation. So ri, prolonging by two. Ta, this is also heavy. Ta. Now this is in moderation. So your sound will be ta. Pause on ain and then ta'nu, ta'nu. That's how you pronounce ta'nu, ayn with pausal sound. Now let's do here the reading practice, and here there are Arabic numbers written, and I have also given you the names in Arabic so you can copy the spellings in Arabic. Letters. Now the first one is واحد وعشرون. 22. اثنان وعشرون. ثلاثة وعشرون. See how the ayn is pressing. أربعة وعشرون. So the first one here, reading practice, adda. Now when you say dal, that means one dal is with sukoon, the other dal is fatha. So adda, adda. عمو عمو عشو عشو. Now sheen is a letter from tafashi. Tafashi means the sound of sheen is like spreading. It is spreading. So that's why it is called tafashi. And the first sheen is with sukoon and the other sheen is with dammah. So your sound should be very clear. Aish, aish, and then aishu. That's how you pronounce. Ud, ud. Now dal is from the kalkala letters. Kalkala means you need to shake the sound. You cannot say ud. You have to shake the letter dal like ud, ud. That's how you pause on dal. If it's in sukoon, you need to shake it. Now this is a heavy letter, dad. So na'uddu. Both are heavy. The first dad with sukoon, the other dad with dhamma. So you need to pause and then another dad. Na'uddu. Na'uddu. Sa. Now when ayn with pause, how are you going to pronounce? Pause on first ayn. Sa'ara. And this ra is also heavy. Be careful. Sa'ara. Sa'ara. Qa. This is also heavy. Qara. This is also heavy. So that is all about the tajweed letters. Keeping in mind those letters which are heavy, you need to pronounce them well. Qa. Pause on ayn. Qara. And these two letters are heavy. Qara. Now here ayn, first ayn with sukoon, the second ayn with kasra, and dal with sukoon, and this is from the kalkala letters. So ja'id, ja'id. So your word will be jeen, jeem, ayn, again ayn with dal. So ja'id. So how are you going to pronounce? Ja. Pause. Pause on ayn with sukoon. Ja. Then aid. I told you this is the kalkala letter, so aid. That's how you stop on dal. Qar. Both are heavy. Qar. 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 Sab'u. Shuru'a. Shuru'a. This is heavy. Sa'd heavy. Sa'na'a. Sa'na'a. Sha'a. That's how you pause on the first ayn, then the ayn with fatha. Sha'a. Sa'd heavy. Sada'a. Sada'a. Now dal is a light letter. Okay, it's not heavy. So be careful. Sad is heavy, dal is light, and ayn is moderate. So how are you going to pronounce? Sada, sada. Don't ever make dal heavy. Sada. The correct pronunciation will be sada, sada. Don't make the sound of dal heavy. This is heavy. This is light. The dal is light, ain is moderate. So dof, dof, da'u, dof. You need to make the sound of dot very heavy. Dof, da. Be careful. Dof, 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 da'u, dof, da'u. Ba, ra'a, both are heavy and ba is light. So don't make the sound of ba heavy. Ba, ra'a. No, it is totally wrong. How are you going to pronounce ba, ra'a, ba, ra'a, ba, ra'a? That's how you correctly pronounce the Arabic word. So now let's move on to the writing skills. As you can see here, the lower part of ain is totally cancelled and the first part of the ain or the top head of the ain is taken into consideration and put on the line above the line. So the head or the crown of the ain is written as starting and we leave a tail to join with the other letters here. And when the ayn is in the middle, ayn in the middle has it joins from both the sides, from left and right. It is a connecting letter, and there is a tail on the right side also, and there is a tail on the left side when it is written in the middle of any word. So how are you going to write when it is in the middle? You need to start. For example, there is a letter ba in the starting word. Ba'atha. Let's take ba'atha. Ba'atha, ba, ain. Now with the ba you need to add ain. So continue with the tail of the ba, raise a little bit in a 45-degree angle, go back, make a tie knot and come back with a 45-degree angle, land onto the line and then leave a tail. Now I told you to write ba'atha. Now continue with making light sa, the ending letter. So ba'atha. That's how you make the ayn in the middle and these are all written on the line. Ba'atha. So that's how. Continue with the tail, go up at 45-degree, come back making a tie knot and then go back on 45-degree angle and make the connecting letter with the tail of the ayn. Now when the ayn is at the end, see that the lower part of the ayn has come back, but the head of ayn has changed here. So how are you going to make it? For example, if you want to write, which word can I take for an example? As rubu'u. Let's say rubu'u. So how are we going to write? Ra is a non-connector, rub. So ba is a connector. So we will connect the tail at 45-degree, connecting with the tail going up at 45, making a same knot of the tie and then coming back at 45, then going down the line making the pot belly of the ayn, and this is written on top of the line and the pot belly of the ayn goes below the line. Rubu'u. So that's how the ending letter ayn is written, and when it is isolated, it's written in its full form. So let's do this random words here. Asir, juice. Su'al, su'al is kaf, and rubu' is the quarter, 1/4. As in English, we say 1/4, quarter. And this is now becomes, this 2 becomes half, and now 3 becomes thuluth. Thuluth we say in Arabic thuluth, and this is a rubu, and this is nisf, noon, sad, and fa. Nisf, and one is whole, wahid. Now, when ayn is in initial or medial, it is written on the line and its lower left side disappears. Means the lower side of the ayn it disappears, and the head of the ayn remains the same when it is written as the initial. And when it is in the middle, a bit of its changes, it becomes like a bow tie now. And when it is at the end, the bow tie remains, but the lower part also comes back and it goes below the line. And when it is final, it is written in its full form and it cannot be connected. As a wow is a non-connector, so it will remain isolated, but if there is any connector, you will join ayn like this. So now let's go on to the writing portion of the ayn. Ayn is written as an like C, as you're writing a small C on the line, and then the pot belly goes down, and this is much bigger than the upper portion of the ayn. So you can say this is a small C joined with a big C below the line, and it's with fatha. And this is with small c, and then there is a bigger C continuing with ayn, and ayn with dhamma. Ayn, continue with the tail, go down for the ya. I. Now this is not a long vowel. As you can see, there is a fatha. If it would have been the kasra here, then it would have been a long vowel, because long vowel goes with a kasra. So it is not a long vowel. As you can see the sukoon here, I. Ba'da, ba. Now it is in the middle. Go up, make a bow tie, go down at 45-degree angle with the tail, continue with the tail. Now connect with the dal. So ba'da and sha. So now it is the last letter, tail of the sheen. Go up, make a bow tie, go down at the same angle, and then make the lower portion sha with the shadda and fatha. So I will show you the ba'da and sha'a because these are very easy. Ba, up, bow tie, come back on the same angle, and dal. Ba'da. Then sheen, continue with the tail, go up, make a bow tie, go down with the same angle, and then make the pot belly. Sha'a, shadda. So let's move on to the another exercise, aina, ain. Here I have given the meanings. Now, where can you find the ayn? The first one is done for you, and here we have an ayn here. Yes, it is. Ba'da means after. Nahru, no ayn. Ghubar, no ayn. Don't get mixed up with this letter. It's not ayn, it is with dot, so it is the twin of the letter ayn. Abir, there is an ayn. And Halim, it's not a ha, but it's ha. Halim. It is one of the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Muallim. Yes, there is an ayn. Ayn here. Bahru. Far'i. Now it is in the last isolated. Yes, there is an ayn. Ghusn. Now here it's a twin letter of ayn, so there is no ayn here. Now the third exercise is to connect. Let's connect. Ayn, connection with the noon connecting tail, ba and ra. Then ba, sorry, first one is noon, then ba. Then qaf, with the tail, go up because it is in the between, make a bow tie, go down, and then connect with the tail and raw. Qa'ara, meme. Now anti-clockwise. Now go up, bow tie, come down. Now the same tail, dal. Dal is a non-connector, so you can lift up your pen and then noon will be isolated. Let's move on to seen, ain and lam. Here, seen, continue with the tail, same, go up, make a bow tie, go down on the same angle, then connecting with the lam. Then sad, the eye of sad, and then the tail. And then similarly go up, make a bow tie, come down on the same angle, and then ba. Connect the ba letter. Qaf is the same as fa. Qaf, lam. Lam is connected on the both sides. And now there is an alif. So you can put an alif in between. This is the easiest way. The other way is to write like this, but it's very difficult, so it's better you can write. For now you can write like this, and ain is isolated because alif is a non-connector, so make a small c and a bigger c, so you can write like this, qala. Noon, same way, making a bow tie, and wow. Noon, ain, wow. Wow is a non-connector, and dal. So dad, ba, and ain is the last letter here. Ba, and continue with the tail of ba. Go up, make a bow tie, come down. But now you need to make the pot belly of the ain because it is the last letter. Ain is an initial letter, so only the C with the tail. Small c with the tail, continue with the lam. Then again there is an alif and then meme. So now when meme is in the last or the isolated position, here we made meme. I think before we made meme, it was anti-clockwise like this when it is initial. But when meme is isolated, it's not written as anti-clockwise, but it is clockwise. And then leave the tail. Make a circle in a clockwise motion and then leave the tail. After leaving the tail, your pen should go down below the line, leaving a long tail of meme. So this is how the final or the isolated meme is written. Now exercise 4. Ala, we need to connect. We need to separate. So dad, lam, wow, and ain. Meme. Now, meme here is initial. Now, you want to write meme isolated. Clockwise round circle, leave the tail, and then with the tail continue downwards, leaving a long tail of meme. Ain, a small c and a bigger c. Then kaf, kaf written as usual. Ra, ra is a non-connector. Fa, and ain, small c and then bigger c. Ain, small c and bigger c. Seen with the pot belly. And Jim, dash, and then a bigger C with a dot in between Jim and Dal. Meme, how are you going to write? Clockwise with the tail going down. Meme. Ain, small c and bigger c. Ra and fa. That's how you will separate the letters. Now let's write the asir. Here it's moderate and sad is heavy and it's coming with the long vowel. So initially a small c with the tail, leave. Then make the eye of the sad connecting with the tail, leave the tail. And then connect the ya and then the ra. Ya, Ain Sad Kasra Ra Damma Asiru. Su'al Sin. It's a light letter Sin. Then when Ain is in between, continue at the 45-degree angle, make a bow tie, come down with the same angle, go up as Alif is the long vowel and it is non-connector and Lam as the isolated one. Su'alu. Now Rubu. Ra with Dhamma, Ba with the tail, go up, make the bow tie, come down with the same and make the pot belly. Ba with Sukun, Ain with Dhamma, Rubu. Now Dof, Da'u. My sound is heavy here. Dof, Da is light, U is moderate. So the eye of Dad, Dof. Now the tail, continue with the tail, make a Fa. Dof, continue the tail. Dof with Sukun. Then Da. Connect the Da and leave because it's a non-connector. And then Ain is isolated, small c and bigger c. Duf, how are you going to pronounce? Duf, da'u, duf, da'u. That's how you will write Ain. So now we jump on to the letter Ghain, the twin letter. What is the difference here? It's the dot above the previous letter. So it becomes a totally new sound. Ghain. In order to pronounce this letter, you need to put a hamza and pronounce the letter sukun on the letter ah. So that's how you pronounce the ghain letter. It is also from the closest part of the throat, that is the much upper part, ain from this part and ghain from this part above your middle throat. So it's ah, ah. It is the first part of your throat where you push your morsel down your gullet. So now it is a new letter. It's the sound of gargling as you do when you gargle. It's the same sound. The nearest part of the throat, it's where you swallow the morsel of your food. Okay, and a ghain is a heavy letter. So here in this box you can see ghain fatha, ghain kasra, ghain damma, and ghain with all the three long vowels as gha, ghi, and ghu. So how are you going to pronounce with the shadda? Lam, ghain with pause and ghain with fatha. Lagha. You need to pronounce very clearly with the pausal sound and with the fatha sound. Lagha. And nowhere in pronouncing the gha, you cannot lift up your sound like lagha. No, you cannot do that. It's totally wrong. You need to continue with the same sound. Lagha, lagha, lagha. You cannot say lagha. There shouldn't be two different sounds of ghain, but it should be in continuation. Lagha, laghi, laghu. That's how you pronounce. So move on to the random reading of this letter. Ghain fatha sin fatha lam fatha ghasala ghasala ghurabu with the two counts ghurabu saghiru. This is heavy, this is heavy, two counts, and this is also heavy. Saghiru saghiru Fariga, fariga. This is heavy. And this is two counts. Thu, this is a light letter. This is heavy and two counts, and this is also heavy. Thuguru, thuguru. So that's how you pronounce the letters. When you're trying to pronounce the letters and you're in the beginning stage, so you can put the arrows down, up, two counts, and arrows up in each letter so that it can be of help when you start reciting the letters with the correct makharij. Now let's see the random reading practice here. These are the rest of the letters from 25 to 29. خمسة وعشرون ستة وعشرون سبعة وعشرون ثمانية وعشرون تسعة وعشرون and أربعون. أربعون is for 40. So أربعة is written somewhat like an ayn and dot. So that's how it's written, arba'un. See, there is an ayn in between. Tis'ah, tis'ah. And there is another ayn here in sab'ah, 27, sab'ah. Here, arba'un. So let's read. It's sorry, I'm sorry, this is the light letter. Ghada, ghala. See, lam is a light letter, so you need not make heavy with ghain. So this is heavy, lam is light. Ghala. I'm not saying ghala. It's ghala, غدا, غلي, نغض. Here, this is heavy, and noon is light. Na, I'm not saying no, it's نغض. ما you cannot make meme heavy. ما both are heavy. يغض, this is heavy. Make both the letters light, ba and ya. يغض, يغض. رغبة, رغبة. I'm making it light. شغالة, it's light. شغالة. شغي, شغي, still it is heavy. شغيل, شغيل. صبغة, both are light and ghain is heavy. صبغة, this is heavy, this is light, and this is heavy. صبغة. Ya is light. يصيغ, this is heavy, still it's heavy, and this is light. يصيغ, this is heavy, and فراغ, this is heavy. فراغ. Was, this is light, this is light. وزغ. يراوغ, this is light. يراوغ. That's how you pronounce Arabic words. So let's quickly go on to the writing rules. Ghain, as we did, all the rules are the same except the dot above this small c, and the lower part will be cut. As you can see, it's the same with the dot. It's the same with the dot. So there's no need to explain again the writing rules, and quickly go on to the random words. Gharu. Gharu means cave. Raghif, bread or loaf. And samgh. Samgh means glue. And farigh means empty. So here they have shown how the gargling sound comes from your mouth. And now we go on to the exercise one. Exercise one, insikh, insikhi. So let's do the writing portion of ain. Sorry, ghain. So the first small c, the bigger c with the dot fatha. This is easy, and it's just the repetition of the ain. And now it's ghain with dammah, and the same ain with the ya, no need to show you again. Ghay and baghla. Bagh, make a knot, and then lam. Baghla, the only difference is the dot. And bagha, ba, gha, bagha. So it's the same, no need to uh, make any changes, just only a dot here. Now exercise 2. Aina ghain. So here there are random words. Ghurab. Ghurab means crow. Maghdub. Heavy, heavy. Light, light. And this is light. Maghdub. Yes, there is a ghain here. Alim. There is no ghain. This is the twin letter without a dot. Ain. Khayl. Faragh. Yes, there is a ghain. Abara. Ghayr. Yes, there is a ghain. Khalla. Ghiyab. There is a ghain here. Ya'udu. No ghain here. So now we will do the third exercise to join the letters. It's the same. Ghain, fa, ya, and ra. And now, faghara, fa, gha, ra. And yes, faghara, and sad, and alif, and ghain in full form, small c, big C with a dot. Now we will do this. Ghain dal, non-connector, ya and ra. And now sad with the dal, and then ghain. Now this is a non-connector, so how are you going to write the ain here? Same as the initial one. C with the tail, and then yeah. Okay. Now ba, lam, and alif. There is an alif, and there is a ghain isolated. Now noon ain, wow, and dal. And then noon, zai, and ya. Ya is not connected. Why? Because za is from the non-connector. And ya and ghain is the last letter. Make a bow tie, come down. Ghain. And noon, ba, and wow. Noon, ba, wow, and small c and bigger C with the dot. So let's separate the letters here in exercise 4. Ghain, lam. This exercise is basically to make you practice to recognize the letters in the joined letters. So sheen, ghain, lam, and ya. Ra, alif, vav, and ghain. Ra, sin, and ghain. And waw, lam, and ghain. So quickly we go to exercise number 5. I will show you how to write these words, ghain and ra. Then ra as initial, ghain. See how I'm writing ghain, because ra is a non-connector, so ghain will be written as the initial letter and then connecting with ya and fa. Raghifu. Then samghu. Make the eye of the sad, and then yes, now meme has come. So meme will be, first of all, a raised tail. Come down, go up as an anti-clockwise circle, come down with and rest on the line. The tail will rest on the line. The tail of the meme, when you come back with the anti-clockwise motion, the tail will come back and rest on the line. And with this tail, you again continue making the ghain, making again the bow tie, and then the pot belly, the rest of the ghain. Samghu. I will do it again. Sad. Then what will you do with this tail? Go a little bit higher up. Then go back anti-clockwise round, come back and sit on the line. The tail sits on the line. Then go back and make a bow tie and continue. It doesn't matter if the bow tie seems a bit round. Samru, fa, ri, ru, fariru. That's how it's written. So now, up till now, we have done so many letters. It's all the repetition, revision of the letters that we have completed up till now. And there are some random words. Baghlu means mule. Saghir, small. Tha'lab, fox. Sa'ab, difficult. Sha'ab, public. Now, ghadab means anger. Sa'ir, blaze. Alam. Now, there are two words. Alam with a fatha means the world, and alim is with the kasra is the teacher or knowledgeable person. Alim comes from the verb alima. Alima, to know, the knowledgeable. And gharb, west. Ghurab, crow. Now there is a small story on the teaching crow. Means it is the story from the sons of Adam al-Islam, Habil and Kabil, how the Kabil murdered his brother Habil. It is the story and it's a very nice story. Go through it. So I won't be going through it. Instead, I will take the two topics of the Arabic words and Tanween. So our first topic is Introduction to Arabic Words. Now when you will learn Arabic grammar, you should be very specific and you should have a very clear idea. As in English grammar, you have a lot of things in nouns like names and country names, and tenses. There are past, continuous, and this and that. But in Arabic, we have three main tenses, and we have the total Arabic word is divided into three things. The first one is ism. So the first one is divided into ism, means noun, and the second one is divided as fail or the verbs, and the third is harf. In harf we have the particles, so I will explain one by one. So let's see what is it. The first one, nouns. Now after completing the step-by-step book, the next level is Quranic Arabic Grammar Level 1. Now before you go to that level, you should be knowing the whole grammar consists of noun, verbs and particles. So what I will be doing first in the first level will be dealing with only nouns. We will be learning only on nouns, Arabic nouns. That is, in the nouns you have everything. For example, in the nouns we have the names of humans or the name of the country, anything. Now nouns can be the names of animal, name of solid things, or name of the plants, makan places. Now time, what is time? This is actually the adverb of time and place. Zarf of adverb of time and place. So for example, like qabla, ba'da, min, no, not min, qabla, ba'da, and fawka, tahta, all these are adverb of time and place. And then we have adjectives, we have the pronouns. Now all the pronouns are under ism. Remember, this is very important. All the damirs are under nouns, okay? And then we have ismal ishara, that means the demonstrative pronoun. For example, we have هذا هذه all these هذه then اسم موصول الذين الذين and for ضمير هو هي whom all these damirs are under the nouns, and we have lot of things, mostly everything falls under the noun category of nouns. And then the second is the fa'al. Fa'al means verb. There are three main tenses in Arabic. So what are those? Those are fa'al madi, the first one and the most important, because all the words, everything, even the present tense, the command, the future tense, or the verbal nouns, or the names of the objects, or the anything are made from the past tense. So knowing the past tense is very important. For example, some past tense I'll give you. For example, ذهب means he went. Then خلق, to create. And what can you see on in all these? What is the similarity? Then jalasa, what are the similarities? And then um, سمع. Now you can see how I made the ain, samia. And now there are lot of past tense, and from knowing these past tense you can make the present tense, the command, and everything. So as I said, what are the similarities? You can see the fatha in everything, and samia. Now this is there are a lot of information on the past tense, but right now I won't discuss in detail. Know that these are all past tense, and now it is called as fail madi. Madi means past tense. Then we have the second important tense is the present tense, known as the mudare. Please memorize the word madi, mudare, all these Arabic terms. It's really very important because in Arabic level 1, I will be continuously using all these Arabic terms so that you get acquainted with all these Arabic terms. Command verb, imperative, and it's called amr. Amr means to command. And there is another mustaqbil. So it's called mustaqbil. Mustaqbal means future. Future tense, and this is very easy. No need to follow this. The three main tenses are past, madi, mudare, and amr. This future tense is just there is a letter of harf mustaqbal, seen. Seen is added before a tense, so it becomes future tense. So this we will do later in the levels, but right now I just introduced that there is also a mustaqbal uh, tense, so it's called mustaqbal, fail mustaqbal. And now the third category. In verbs, we have only these, and now we come to the third category, that is the harf. In harf, there are a lot of harf, but for now, for the beginners, it's okay to know only harf jar. Harf jar means there are 10 harf jar. We will inshallah learn this in Arabic level 1. For now, fi, ala, ila, min, ma, ka. These are all harf jar called prepositions. And what are the work of preposition? We will learn in Arabic level 1. Conjunction, the joining particles, that is known as atf, harf, atf. That's wow, aw, thumma, fa, and wa is called and, aw is and, or, thumma is then, fa is also then. Now these two means then, but they come with different type of sentences. Okay, we will do that in detail later on. And there is harf nafi. Nafi is a negating particle. To negate, when you want to negate something in a sentence, the harf is known as negating particle, lam, harf nafi. So basically when you want to say no, you say la. And there are also harf nafi as ma. Ma and la means no, but la comes with present tense and ma comes with past tense. Remember that. These are all, now I'm giving you small details about grammar so that you can make your foundation strong before you learn and step in grammar level 1. Harf nida. Nida means calling, the particle with which you call. So there is a way, a manner of calling in Arabic. If you want to call anybody in Arabic, you don't call by name, you say Ya Muhammad, Ya Ahmad, Ya Suda. So that's how you call. So this is calling particle known as harf nida. And extra means there are a lot of other harfs that will come accordingly in the higher level. So we will learn about them later on. But these three are the most important to start your levels of grammar. So this is the most important about the Arabic terms. Now we will do the second topic, the Tanween. What do you understand by the word Tanween? Tanween is basically known as the double harakas. For example, we have the fathatain, we have the kasratain, and we have the dammatain. So when you see this double harakas, know that it's called Tanween. So I will be using this term very often. And the sound Tanween of noon with sukun. Now, whenever you say, for example, there is a word kita ba and I give you a tanween over kitabun. So what is the sound in this tanween? Kitabun. So if you hear the sound kitabun, the last sound is of noon with sukun, right? In this tanween. So basically it is like kita bun, ba, dhamma, and noon sukun, right? So this is very important. This noon is the hidden noon inside the tanween. This is the hidden noon inside the tanween. This is a very important point. That's why I'm explaining it now, because it will come with the tajweed, it will come with grammar. So this noon is hidden in the tanween. Okay, and when you say kitabun, there is a noon sound. When you say kitabin, there is a noon sound. And when you say kitaban, there is a noon sound in it. So with a sukun, remember it's with a sukun. So that's what they are saying. Tanween is a sound of noon with sukun that you hear at the end of Arabic indefinite noun. Why it is indefinite? Because whenever you see a tanween, know that it is indefinite. And when it is definite, what happens? It has lam at-tarif, right? It has lam at-tarif, right? Al-kita. So when it has lam at-tarif, what happens? Al-kita. Does it have a tanween here? No, it gets a single haraka. Al-kitabu. See? Now when I say al-kitabu, do you hear the noon sound? No. So that's why they say it's the indefinite sound. The sound of noon comes only with the tanween. And when does tanween come? Tanween comes with the indefinite noun. But you do not write a letter noon. You don't write a letter noon when you write an indefinite noun. Do you write a noon there? No. You just put a tanween here, right? This I have shown just to tell you how it looks like when there is a noon sound with the tanween. It is written in a special way by writing the vowel marks twice. Twice means double dammah, double fatha and double kasra. So this is the meaning of tanween. Now, bintun or bintun. If you can see, it's bin. What is the sound at the end? Bintun. And now when you see a kasratain, what is this? Bintin, the noon sound. Bintan, the noon sound is coming, right? So this is tanween dhamma, tanween kasra and tanween fatha. So here you can see the fathatain means two fatha, kasratain means two kasra, and dhammatain means two dhamma. As if the first is the vowel and the second in for noon sukun. Bin, tun, bin, tin, bin, tan. So this is how they are showing you the noon sound. Um, Now, this is a very important point. This is the writing rule. Whenever the last word, for example, if I say, if there is any word at the end, ending with fathatain, for example, kitab. Kitab is ending with the fatha. So you cannot write the last word ending in a sentence with like this with fathatain. You cannot stop like this, kitaban. You have to put an alif with the fathatain. This is the writing rule. This is the writing rule. This is very important when you learn Arabic, kitaban, and this also goes with tajweed. When you stop, if you see an alif and tanween, how do you pause on this word? Kitaba. But when you want to continue recitation, you will recite as kitaban. So this is very important. So that's how they are explaining here. When you end a word with a fathatain, it will be written or end with an alif. And when you want to stop, you will stop with a long vowel, kitaba. If you want to continue recitation, you will say kitaban. Then the second point is the sound of noon is heard only when we continue to read. That's what I explained just now after the word. And when you pause on that word, you will pause on sukoon over the last written letter. What is the last written letter? This long vowel. And how will you read? Kitaba if you want to pause on it. And we do not hear the noon sound of the tanween. Why? Because we are pausing on the long vowel. Okay. So these are the two important points on tanween. So now let's move on to the uh, continue reading after that word and stopping on that word. For example, bint. Now when there is a dhammatain, how will you pause? You will pause as bint. Now if I write, if kitab is the last word in a sentence, kitab with a dhammatain, and this is the last word, and kitab is the last word with a fathatain, and this is the last word in the sentence, and kitab is the last word with a kasratain in the sentence. So when you read as the last word kitab, stop on kitab, not on tanween. And when you want to continue reading, what will you read? Kitabun. And then you continue recitation. And if you're coming to pause on this word with fathatain and a long vowel alif, you will pause on the long vowel with two counts. Kitaba. And then when you want to continue, kitaban. And you will hear the sound of noon. Kitab. Now when you want to stop with kasratain, tanween kasra, what will you do? Kitab, same as dammatain, same as kasratain. Kitab, kitab. But when you want to continue recitation, kitabin. So that's how you will continue pronouncing the tanween. So that's what they are uh, trying to explain here. Fatha due to long vowel alif that is added to the end. This is about the long vowel that is added here with fathatain. This is the special rule with fathatain. So that is the end of my video. Inshallah, I'll be coming next with the other unit and with a very important topic, Hamzatul Wasl. Inshallah, till then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.